William, I love your pizza.
Thank you, sir.
It's my no, don't call me sir. It's my new favorite, and I hadn't had it until Golf and Guitars, and you guys were out there. Why don't you tell everybody first of all about your service?
So I was in the Army. I was in for 12 years. Absolutely loved it. Loved everything I did. Worked many jobs, everywhere from an instructor to operations training. It was a very joy-filled experience, and I learned a lot of my skills, which I actually implement in the business side of things as well, unknowingly. And I found that as an advantage, coming off not knowing what I was going to do, going into a leadership position where I had employees and knowing how to direct them and manage them. And I actually ended up defaulting on the skills that I learned in the military in terms of, operations processes and military planning, implemented that into the civilian side, and it turned out a great success. And, team morale and all those things we talk about in our sections and our squads. I just kind of use that within my own restaurant to make a business.
Well, before we get to your business and your amazing product, where were you stationed?
So I've been stationed a lot of places. Missouri. I've been stationed in Fort Jackson. I've been stationed actually here in California at a little base called Mare Island, which actually used to be a Navy base. And when the Navy moved out, the Army pulled in. I was over in Hawaii as well. From being in Hawaii, we got to go to Japan, Guam, Saipan, America, Samoa, and see a lot of cool places and help a lot of people over there. So definitely being in the military, you get to experience a lot and go a lot of fun places. So
how did you land on pizza?
Pizza. So when I came back, it was my second to last duty station. And I was commuting a couple hours to work every day. And I fell in love with this one restaurant that I would go to, and I would go over there and grab some pizza and grab a beer. And I kept, thinking to myself, man, I would really love to do something different, something fun. And when I say different, I mean eclectic, wild game, curing our own prosciuttos, using fun ingredients like quail eggs and bison and boar and duck, making duck prosciutto. And after, I'm drooling and thinking and drooling, I had an opportunity to acquire a restaurant. And at this time, I was faced with the challenging decision to get out of the Army and pursue my dream in doing this, or to stay inside my box and do what's safe and what I know. And at the end of the day, I chose to get out and, plant some roots in the ground and take a chance on what I was passionate about and what I enjoyed. And that was to create a restaurant with some of the most simple but complex food ingredients I've come to understand.
Okay, and the name of your business?
It's Red's Pizzeria and Taphouse.
And that's in Rocklin.
That is in Rocklin, correct. Okay.
How did you land on Rocklin? Are you from Placer County?
I was actually born in Roseville. And I live in Lincoln. Okay. And so as I was exploring the areas, I found that Rocklin was a good hub, and it was close enough to get to, and I liked the community, and I just ended up falling there.
Well, I got to tell you, right? I'm a thick crust pizza guy, always have been. Yours is thin crust, crispy, and it's my new favorite. It's absolutely delicious. I don't know what you do or what you put on that stuff, but man, it's magic.
It is a task in itself, just as you say, the crust, the dough. But that's one of the joys of having a pizzeria like that. So we use a mother dough, and a mother dough is a big portion of dough that's alive 24/7. And she's a big baby and she needs lots of attention. What I mean is is if it gets too hot outside, then mom's reacting differently and we have to go in, and we're almost all like chemists, and our head chef, he's it's like brewing beer. It's very technical. If there's lettuce too close to mom in the refrigerator, mom will pick up the fauna in the air and she'll start to change. So then our science team has to go in, do all their measurements, make sure mom's being fed every day. And I guess that's why a lot of pizzerias don't use mother dough, is because it's too high risk. Every day you're having to give it attention. Every day you're having to feed her. You need to take some out. You need to make sure that she's activated properly. And
my gosh, this is more high maintenance than dating Cody.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's one of the joys we get of being a pizzeria and having the guests come in the back, and actually we play jokes. Oh yeah, mom's in the back, and they're like, mom, and we go to the refrigerator and they're looking at us. We open it up, and it's a big dough, but everything's fresh that we do there, and the product sells itself, and people stand by it. We've had gluten intolerant people that can eat our dough just from the digestive process of the dough itself before it even gets to your plate. It's a good product.
It's interesting. You compare. You made a reference to craft beer. This literally is like craft pizza.
Yes, it is like craft pizza, and we get very artisanal and bougie sometimes, and the guests love that. They love the different things that we've done and created. We make our own sausage in house, and we use bison and boar. And it just blows people's minds. It's very good. And our chef's very creative too. We work with a lot of the local farmers. Twin Peaks is a big one. We're hand in hand with them. We go over there. She calls us up and, hey, I have this fresh. What do you want to do? Let's make a special. And we'll go over there. And everything we cook is in a wood-fired oven. So when I say everything, even our cheesecakes, we're cooking in a wood-fired oven. And as you know, wood-fired ovens are hot. So you're talking, 850, 900 degrees. So it takes an artistic hand to be able to operate and cook at such high heat. I mean, there's a lot going on. So it's not easy. It's not easy to replicate. But also that's why it makes it so eclectic. And that's why the guests love it.
Well, I can tell you, when you say the product sells itself, that's exactly what it does. Now, you're based in Rocklin. Do you travel around? Because we've seen you at different events.
Yes. So one of the ways that we like to give back, we do a lot of events for people. We donate a lot of our pizzas, and it's more so to get out there, get in the community, get involved, but also you get some customers that are stinkers, right? They refuse to go outside of their box. They like their Domino's pizza or their whatever it is. And okay, well, I'll come to you. And here, I want you to try this. Take a bite. And then once they taste it, my job is done. I've done everything. Back. They enjoy it. They're addicted to it. But yeah, we do a lot of events. We've worked with KNCI many a times, and we love it. We love you guys. It's been a blessing just to be able to, have some of your artists experience our pizza, and the shout outs we've gotten from them, really means that we're doing a good job. But we do caterings for private events too. We go to local high schools, or we'll do weddings. We go over to vineyards and breweries. We love the fairs. We do all the fairs as well, and the big concerts and whatnot. So it's been a joy. And the caterings actually happened on accident. We were getting so many people asking us if we could do this at their house. And then creativity came in. How do we make a wood-fired oven on wheels? And we started making some calls and doing some prototypes and building. And we eventually found one that we fell in love with. We had to have it built. And so we had it built, did really good, and then we grew out of it. So we ended up getting a bigger one built so we could host bigger events, such as Country in the Park. And ended up being a solid beast, and we love her. We come out there and we're not bringing food. We're bringing a full-scale restaurant. We're bringing dough that we're tossing out there at your events, and we're cooking it in the wood-fired oven. And we enjoy it. It's fun, and it's almost a show to watch. A lot of the customers, they just sit there outside of the tent, like, man, this is magical. You guys are flipping, you're throwing a pizza to this person and that person's cooking. You guys are all running around. And we definitely earn, our employees earn it. You know, they earn their checks, but it's also a show. And if you ever come to the pizzeria, you'll see we get a lot that it's a vibe over there and something that, you know, is hard to replicate, but everybody's smiling. Music's playing in the background. There's dough and flour flying through the air. And,
Well, we got like about a minute left. If people want to reach out and find out more about Reds and maybe how to have them out to an event, how do they get a hold of you?
all right. So the easiest way is to check out our social media, which is our Instagram is at Reds Pizza Rocklin. Or you could go to our website, which is www.redspizzarocklin.com. You can check out our Facebook, or you just call the restaurant. You could Google us, and we'll take you right to it. But I encourage you guys, swing in anytime. We are open Tuesday through Sunday. Mondays, we have to give our staff a break because they're pretty pooped. But other than that, come on in. We'll take care of you.
Well, William, first of all, thank you for your service. We love you for that. And if you're going to bet on a vet, bet on Red's Pizza Rocklin. It is awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for taking time today and say hi to Mom for us, will you?
We appreciate it. Thank you so much for having us on the show.
Absolutely.
And if you know a vet who owns a business and you'd like to see them feature, and maybe you're a vet and you'd like to be featured on a future bet on a vet, just reach out to us. You can either DM us through our Pat, Tom, and Cody Facebook page, or you can send me an email at tmailey, M-A-I-L-E-Y, at Bonneville.com, or you can send Pat an email.
Yep, that's PSTILL, P still at Bonneville.com. But before you do that, go get yourself some Red's Pizza. You won't regret it.
Thanks, William.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Yeah,
You too.
you bet.
Bye-bye.